Crockett's role on the national stage is likely over, at least for now. And I have to say, she will be missed.
Donald Trump is a piece of... We done picking cotton.
Who else is going to give us moments like these?
We are going to be in your face. If they could, they would throw me back in chains.
When I see ICE, I see slave patrols.
I've got to be honest. She's about 5 minutes away from getting a show on the weekend at MSNBC. They could not decide who they loved more.
The most effective communicators in the entire Democratic Party right now. You see them on your screen right now. They look like a great pair of running mates. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking, given the love that was espoused for her on the set by Rachel and Nicole, maybe one of them will be willing to give up their spot for a black woman in America. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
I am tired of the white tears.
White privilege, ladies. Move aside. Jasmine Crockett needs a job.
Listen, you should hire me. He said, why? I said, because I'm black.
Jasmine Crockett is crying. Aww.
No one. I gotta get through this.
This is not America! Okay, I'm so upset. I cannot believe this is happening to our country. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, Governor Abbott. All y'all. Shame. Shame. Shame on you guys. This is ridiculous. You're going to do whatever you can to suppress our votes. You already gerrymandered everything. You just gotta make it worse. You just gotta make it harder, huh? That's okay.
Yes, I don't know if you've seen this. I have a couple of videos to show you. Jasmine Crockett voters are breaking down in tears on social media, blaming Republicans for her loss, while ignoring the fact that it was a primary, meaning she was replaced with a white Democrat made by the voters. At some point, I don't know why these people reason this way. How can Republicans do something in your own elections? How does it even concern Republicans? It's something I'm still struggling to understand. It gets crazy with this attitude everywhere on social media.
Jasmine Crockett before and after, Sat 6.
My mind, I'm thinking, I just got to Austin and I had to beat 5 people to get here. I don't know about this.
So y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something.
It's a huge responsibility. The congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat.
So trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down,
No, because this is what you do.
And I was just starting to get into the rhythm of doing constituent services.
They send them to Texas, they send them to Florida. Every deplorable state that we can think about, they usually coming out of y'all's think tank.
There was someone that talked to me and said, in fact, a former ambassador and the Clinton administration.
Please don't tell me to calm down because y'all talking them ways and then
you're out of control.
He said, Jasmine, what you have to realize is that if you are really going to make change, it's not going to be in the Texas House. He said, you did a great job playing defense, but you have a chance to play offense.
Someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
Okay. So and it didn't take much for even the Texas Democrats, who are real Democrats, to see right through her.
So I just heard that Jasmine Crockett lost her Senate race, and I got to be honest with you, I'm happy about this. I'm glad that this ratchet, mammy, bonquisha portrayal of black women is no longer celebrated in the Democrat Party, nor in any of our politics whatsoever. She volunteered to be the crash dummy for white liberals, and this is what it is. You see, that's what they like to praise and elevate and platform as what they perceive as black excellence. But that's not black excellence. That's degeneracy. And I'm tired. I think we're all pretty tired. We all have fatigue with this ratchet representation of black women when they are so much more than that. And as a man who loves black women, intelligent black women, feminine black women, I'm happy to see this caricature of what a black woman is supposed to be and what black excellence is supposed to be finally get tossed in the trash. And I hope it doesn't resurface again. because we as a people are much better than this, and we deserve much better representation.
Do you know any undocumented? Before we go further, I want to acknowledge that our trans community needs abortion care too.
This actually means one thing. Democrat rejected Jasmine. Yeah, they rejected her. For some point, when you take a look at what this lady has been doing, you can clearly see that people were taking notice of her. She thought this was just an easy thing. She thought she was too popular, to a level that she can just clear this off. I saw people like Cardi B coming in to endorse her, Kamala coming in to endorse her. I don't know, because the last time I checked, Cardi B endorsed Kamala Harris. She did not win. Kamala Harris didn't even win. So when you take a look at this, James isn't just a progressive politician. He is a theologian for the left. Jasmine argues politics, while James argues that Jesus supports progressive ideologies. One is partisan, the other reframes Christianity itself. That's far more consequential. James is worse than Jasmine, and that is a simple truth here.
Do you know any undocumented?
No, I do not.
When I was a teacher on the west side of San Antonio, I taught a lot of students who were undocumented. And I don't want to stereotype, but those students tended to be the most patriotic classroom. And again, I haven't stated this enough to say this definitively, but there are interpretations of certain passages from the Torah where some folks will even say that there is some subtle instructions for how to perform an abortion in the ancient world, certain things to drink, things like that. Before we go further, I want to acknowledge that our trans community needs abortion care too. Defending trans Texans is something we have to do every day.
You know, Jasmine was just ghetto, right? But this guy, to me, is evil. When you take a look at this, I know we are all laughing at Jasmine, but this James is pure evil. She was just ghetto. He is, on the other hand, sounds super demonic. He is definitions of a wolf in sheep's clothing. People who voted this guy, they need to retain. Yeah. Because his videos are surfacing everywhere on social media and extremely concerning. The kind of things he spew. It is high time Republicans start calling this out gradually. If not, it might spread faster.
Scott, you look skeptical. Well, look, well, let's just admit, it was an op, right? I mean, Trump had nothing to do with it. It was CBS's lawyers that had raised internal issues of that. I mean, it was a total sort of a hoax about how they positioned it. But I tend to agree.
Details.
I know. I'm glad that's what you think. But I tend to agree.
Will everyone please join me in just a brief moment of silence as we bid farewell to the political career of Jasmine Crockett.
Number one, Megyn Kelly's clip that we ran before saying who those troops...
They were silent on that because they're hypocrites and they don't actually care.
I'm a military spouse, and yesterday my post went viral.
As of the short clips you see at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can always share the videos. For people asking me, why do you push short clips? That is for the white algorithm. They hardly recommend videos on this channel.
Message for every single American who voted for President Trump. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Democrats might cry, oh, boo-hoo, why are you doing it?
First of all, the president has consistently, over the course of his entire public life, said he will never permit the Iranian regime to have a nuclear...
We got here just moments after initial...
Well, apparently, in this document...
Our chamber is chanting USA. This is a sick person in the first...
I was there, and it was as horrific as I thought it would be.
She wasn't the only one. Look at 35, CNN's Abby Phillip.
But he utilized almost like these game show type moments where you're seeing awards being presented.
They're just so disgusting.
Of course, he chose Amy Coney Barrett for the bench. She was one of the justices who did not vote in his favor and did not shake her hand there, ruled against.
All right, these little drama queens. Here's the video. He shook everyone's hand. Everyone. There's the Chief Justice. He did shake Elena Kagan. Here goes Brett Kavanaugh. And there's Amy Coney Barrett. All of them got their hands shaken to the point where they had to come back on the air and say this in SOT 33.
But we should point out as he walks in, he's pretty close to the justices again as he comes down on the floor, that he did shake their hands there this evening. There were a couple of shots that they showed, one of them making it very clear, including Amy Coney Barrett.
They thought they had such a juicy moment. No, that's not what happened at all.
To get here and to press this country to... Border! I stuck at the border. Go Trump!
For the slain passenger in North, our first priority is Americans rather than illegal on either of those two. I think they took his bait.
Can take away from the joyous moment as all Americans. And why are they putting a medal?
Oh, he's already under scrutiny for 1,000 reasons. Viral Patel posted this on X.
People on the left are absolutely losing their minds. Because now it's our job.
I get suspicious when anybody, whether it's
no one should be above scrutiny.
I think that Whoopi Goldberg, you might want to think.
Isn't their whole testimony?
Don't use it as a platform.
Person's home.
In such emotional turmoil.
And Republicans on both sides.
You're so amazing.
President Trump, big hexer.